We are getting some big changes on S25 Ultra, and the changes does include the new cameras and display of S25 Ultra. Samsung is going big with the S25 Ultra, and I'll share some renders showing the bezels on the S25 Ultra. So stick till the end to find more, and for more videos, don't forget to subscribe. If you're following recent information or even my channel, you should know one thing about the new displays on Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra. The display is getting a big update in peak brightness, from 2000 nits to 3000 nits on Watch Ultra. So we were expecting similar for S-series devices next year, and I was right. According to internal source, we are going to see a 3000 nits of peak brightness on S25 Ultra. That is a big change compared to 2600 nits on S24 Ultra, and way big update if you are switching from S23 Ultra, which has a 1750 nits of peak brightness. I will share more details on bezel size later, but first, let's talk about any camera changes on S25 Ultra. Last time I talked about camera updates of S25 Ultra, but it was not clear about the 3x telephoto sensor of S25 Ultra, but now things are more clear. According to Universe, we are going to see a new 50 megapixel ultra-wide sensor on S25 Ultra, but he also mentioned a new 50 megapixel 3x telephoto sensor on S25 Ultra. This way we're going to see 4 camera sensors on the back with a 200 megapixel main sensor and a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto sensor. Now, thing to notice, there is another source claiming big about the main camera sensor. According to him, finally, we're going to see a 1-inch sensor on S25 Ultra. This is close to 1 inches. And the bigger the better, with the better capability of low light conditions. Now, the bezels are really good on S25 Ultra render, which I'll share in a moment. But now, the internal source is claiming big about the display of all models of Galaxy S25 series. According to internal source, S25 series to come up with the impossibly thin bezels, especially the S25 and the S25 Plus. But the S25 Ultra will also come with even more reduced bezels compared to S24 Ultra. Now, S24 Plus already came with one of the smallest bezels, and it seems like Samsung might use a new technology to even reduce the bezels on S25 Plus. Now, this is what I thought. Apple is going to use a border reduction structure for iPhone 16 models to reduce the bezels, and as we all know, Apple sourced these displays from Samsung and LG. This means we may see similar technology on S25 series. One more thing which is confirmed from this information, Samsung will surely going to use a flat display on Galaxy S25 Ultra and potentially a similar design as S24 Ultra. The renders seems interesting, but we should take these as a reference because this design is not confirmed. There's a source on Twitter, Panda Flash, shared the 4 prototypes of Galaxy S25 Ultra, and all of these seems interesting. The first prototype features slim bezels and a design similar to Galaxy S24 Ultra. The second prototype shows extremely thin bezels and a sleek frame. The third and the fourth prototype exhibit a thinner frame, with the latter having slightly rounded edges. If you notice, all 4 versions features what appears to be an S Pen located at the bottom left side. The second and the fourth prototype seems interesting, and we might feature a similar design on S25 Ultra because the third prototype didn't feature asymmetrical bezels. If you don't know, Galaxy S24 Ultra came with the symmetrical bezels, means all 4 sides will have the same width. If you notice another thing, all models were going to feature a flat display, meaning the curved display is no more. These are some of the initial design renders, so we cannot confirm the design, and we should take these prototypes with a pinch of salt. If you're expecting a big battery update on S25 Ultra, then don't. Lately, I confirmed what we are going to see on S25 Ultra. Initially, we got the news that Samsung is going to change the battery technology on S25 Ultra. They might use a new stack battery technology on S25 Ultra, which will going to increase the battery size and make it 5500. But later, this news was denied, meaning same 5000 mAh battery coming on S25 Ultra. Also, Samsung supplier do support 65 watt fast charger, but S25 Ultra will feature a same 45 watt fast charger just like last couple of years. Now, the battery size is not seeing any update, but battery life will see an update with the new battery AI feature, and this is what source claims. Unfortunately, battery AI, no matter how good it is, it will only buy you 30 to 60 minutes more of battery time. However, it is still good to see OS optimization and software work on Samsung development team. It has always been behind. Really finger crossed for a larger battery. This means no matter what Samsung would do with the software, they can't buy more battery life. they need to go with a bigger battery. Now the second source claims Samsung will going to enhance the battery backup by 20 to 30 minutes, which is obviously I'm expecting a screen on time. According to the source, the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 will be so powerful. First, it was claimed to get 4 GHz of clock speed and now 4.3, and it is way more powerful than the upcoming Apple 18 chipset. Now source claims manufacturers need to bump up the battery size to 5500 to go with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4. This is why I was concerned about the battery life of the S25 Ultra. I knew with this much power, the power efficiency will surely go down and we really need a bigger battery. Although Samsung is testing out the 5500 mAh battery, but due to cost-cutting strategy, they will go with the same 5000 mAh battery, which is a downside of the S25 Ultra. There is one special feature we are going to see on S25 Ultra, and it was rumored from internal source. Anyone from Samsung user who are willing to see the Face ID on S25 Ultra? Well, a couple of people really wanted it, and this is where things started getting interesting. According to internal source, Samsung is testing out a new technology for facial recognition, and it is better than the Face ID used in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. According to him, a polarized facial recognition technology has reached pre-market phase. The technology, unlike Apple, doesn't require any additional sensors, keeping the punch hole design instead of dynamic island. In addition, due to the way Polar ID works, it will be even more secure than the Face ID. Polar ID uses the power of Qualcomm Snapdragon for processing and the manufacturing power of Samsung LSI division to bring this technology to life. It is expected in 2025. The first sensor, ISOCELL Vision 931, is already tested. Maybe we will see this on S25 Ultra. Finally, the Face ID alternative is coming on Android. Now we all know, most or I should say all recent Android phones do offer facial recognition, but with a prompt it is not secure enough and you can only use it to unlock your device. But this is a different ball game and I hope it works better than the Face ID. With all these new updates, the price is another big thing for the S25 Ultra. If you are thinking of buying the S25 Ultra, there is one bad news. You might see a price increase in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 and it will be one of the most powerful processors for Android, but they will increase the price, and with that, S25 Ultra will see a price hike. Now I don't know if Samsung would go with the dual processor strategy on entire S series devices or only S25 or S25 Plus, because we really need one processor for S25 Ultra, and that is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4. The price is not confirmed, but expect a big change, although S25 Ultra already saw a big shift in the price this year. Now let's talk about the special feature of S25 Ultra. Finally, Samsung is going to give us 16 gigs of RAM on S25 Ultra, but the thing which is really interesting is we are going to see a 16 gigs on 512 gigs and 1 TB version. You only see 12 gigs on 256 gigs of storage. These new storage options are not a normal one, but a new UFS 4.0 4-lane CES, which will going to boost the speed compared to the UFS 4.0. And on this note, if you find value from this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.